Say what you will about the movie, but this marketing strategy is going down in the books as one of the coolest and most interesting ways to market a movie ever. The Cloverfield Paradox is the third Cloverfield movie in this now very vast franchise, and stars Daniel Bruhl, Elizabeth Debicki, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, and David Oyelowo. Now this movie follows a space station crew, and something goes wrong with a particle accelerator, and they cannot find Earth. So we have our mystery, horror, sci-fi movie. The most interesting thing about this movie is how it was marketed. 24 hours ago, we did not know the name of this movie, and we didn't see a single frame of footage from this movie. And now we saw it. That's pretty unheard of and very uncommon, especially in this day and age we now live in with, you know, behind-the-scenes drama, footage leaking, set photos, all that kind of stuff. We had nothing about this movie besides a tentative title and the cast. That's pretty rare and incredible that this movie was able to pull something like that off, and I think it should be remembered as one of the movies that did it, and did it well. Nobody knew this movie was going to premiere last night, and that's kind of the best thing about this movie. Unfortunately, this movie is very generic, and it has a lot of tropes that we have seen from movies like Life, Alien, a lot of that stuff. The premise is very interesting with sort of a alternate dimension, but I think it got a little bit muddled by the end, and I couldn't really understand where this fit into the Cloverfield universe, and I felt like this movie was only set up strictly to make sequels and spin-offs based off of this. Now, it's not to say that that's not Cloverfield, what Cloverfield is. I know Cloverfield, they want to make as many movies as possible with this sort of Twilight Zone edge to it, and that's very cool. I love that. But this movie just felt like a way to sort of make the situation much more broad. There's a line in this movie that I won't say because I don't want to spoil anything, but there's one line, it's about 20 minutes into the movie, and I feel like that one line encapsulates exactly what this movie is. And it was unfortunate. Something I saw that was very interesting was that this movie was not originally a Cloverfield movie, and something that I've seen recently was that people noticed that this movie doesn't have many Cloverfield tie-ins aside from this Earth storyline and some news footage. Everything on the shuttle has nothing to do with Cloverfield, and I thought that was interesting, and I thought that was a little bit shady. Because rumors are that J.J. Abrams wanted to go in and rework this movie, but Paramount did not want it to count as a J.J. Abrams production since they only have one more movie left with him, under their deal with him. And so they just released it as is on Netflix instead of giving it a theatrical release. And the last shot of this movie shows why they didn't want to have this as a theatrical release. This is not a theatrically released movie, and I'm glad I didn't pay money to see this because I would have been pissed. That being said, the performances are great. I think everybody in the movie does a great job. But I just feel like this movie could have been a lot more, and it could have been a lot more especially because of the way the movie was marketed. If the movie had come out and been amazing, I think it would have been the biggest Netflix movie of all time. But unfortunately, I think it will only play for about a day or two. I feel like people are going to realize that this is not a great movie, and they're going to get mad, and I don't think they're going to like it after a while. Because this movie is very, it's very fast-paced, it's very short, which is good, I feel. I feel like you can capture everybody's attention for a very short period of time, and people will enjoy it, but I feel like the repeat business on this is going to be horrendous, and I don't think many people will be going back to watch this because the past two Cloverfield movies were so good, and this one is not. It's interesting to see this happen because the director is somewhat talented, I believe, and the visual effects of this movie are great. The budget looked huge, and the cast is fantastic, so I'm kind of shocked that this movie is as bad as it is. That being said, it's not awful. Of course, it's not a terrible movie at all. It's enjoyable, and it's fairly watchable. It's just a very generic movie. It doesn't really feel like a Cloverfield movie. What did you guys think of the Cloverfield Paradox? Very cool the way this movie is marketed. I'm very glad that this movie came out of nowhere, and we got to see it very quickly, and it's on Netflix to view now. Because if it hadn't come out, I feel like I would have heard the reviews and been like, yeah, I'm not going to watch that. But I'm glad I did, so what did you guys think? Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.